Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Buddy Intruder, welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Well, last time, I was all bloody ready to wrap up the game. Alright, Malak decided he was willing to take me on, and I was absolutely destroying him, I was kicking his ass, and then Bastila went and ruined everything. Jumping in, saying, no, save yourselves, I'll take on Malak, despite the fact, she's literally the most valuable person on the team, because her battle meditation is really important to the Republic war effort. So, she's bloody got herself captured, and we ran away, despite the fact, as I say, I was kicking Malak's ass, which may partly be because it turns out I'm his master. Yeah, I'm Darth Revan, so we should probably check in with the team on that. Most of them seem pretty chill about it, to be honest, and several of them already knew, as it turned out, so yeah, Karth might not be 100% on board, mind. Still, before we get to that, yes, we can finally go bloody shopping. Also, I've just realised something else as well, which is Bastila has stolen everything she had on her when she was captured. So, Bastila was wearing the best robe in the game. She was wearing the robes of Keldroma, which I now just sort of don't bloody have. Although, hang on, I still seem to have her weapon, because I got a double-bladed lightsaber that had, yeah, stun on it, suggesting she handed over her weapon to me, but then she didn't hand over her clothing, so okay, fine. She decided to not fight with her primary weapon, but she also wasn't willing to fight naked, so whatever, Bastila. Basically, you've ruined everything. Okay, I've just very quickly set up Jahani's lightsaber as, yeah, now she's my primary force user, because I feel like she's good at dueling and evasion more than Jolie, who's more of a spellcaster, which is kind of my role, so me and Jahani, yeah, we're now the primary team, so I've given her, like, the best crystals I've got. She should now be in good shape. Okay, Suvam, what have you got for me today? Because, yeah, it's been a while since we've been here. We've got an extra star map. You, my friend, should have all sorts of extra bits and pieces, shouldn't you? Okay, ludicrously expensive new armor. There's definitely new stuff here, though, to be honest. 22 grand for defense bonus 7. Max dexterity plus 3, and then a whole bunch of resistances to stuff that you really don't see very often, though it is upgradable. No, definitely not for me. If you'd like to have, say, the Baragwin pistol, that'd be great, because for some reason you've got really good stuff, but, like, none of it's for me. Like, all of it's not for me stuff. Now, I'll give you, the assault gun's pretty good, that's nice, 3 to 20 base and upgradable, that's lovely, but it just doesn't cost stun, so not for 15 grand. Yeah, to be honest, I've been a little bit underwhelmed with some of his stuff. There's been no robes and no pistol, which is just a little bit on the sad side, really. Especially as I'm just swimming in stuff I just got from the Leviathan I don't really need, so, I mean, defense 8... Max dexterity plus 2, bit of sonic resistance, strength plus 1. I mean, it's okay, but I'm not going to need bloody 3, am I? So I may as well sell some of that. Yep, hand over a few more bits and pieces. I'm now up to 30,000 credits and nothing to buy with it. So that's just marvellous. I mean, at this point, maybe just like say, screw the Republic, screw the Sith. I'll just buy my own planet and live there. It's going to be great, alright? Also, apparently you guys need a bit of leveling up, so okay, sure, why not? Jahani, you can max out toughness because, yeah, you're now my primary frontliner. And we don't Bastila anymore, yeah, max out Valor too. Take your dexterity up to 18. Apparently we were way behind in upgrading you, sorry about that. And yeah, get the speed up. The speed is never going to be a bad thing in the slightest, lovely. As for my robot friend, yes, you, my buddy, can have a little bit more dexterity, because, you use guns, so why not? Other than that, just keep all this moving in the right direction. And that's your lot. Marvellous. Okay, so I'm guessing some people are going to be wanting to, talk about the fact I'm Darth Revan, Lord of the Sith, diddly diddly dee. So, okay. Mission. How are you feeling about that? Also, your brother, because I'm not sure we've touched base on your brother either. Okay, nothing on her brother aside from what we already heard, so... alright. How about me being, the epitome of evil?
It seems to me that if you don't really remember anything about being Revan, then it doesn't really matter anymore. You are who you are now, right?
Okay, but, you have noticed who I am now is also evil. Like, so evil. Like, I kind of lied to you and persuaded you to murder your own friends on Taris, but okay, mission is possibly a few moves behind, got it.
I don't see the Sith Lord standing here. I see a friend who's been with us through thick and thin. Remember, Malik's the one who tried to destroy Taris.
Yes, but again, we did murder your friends even before that. Okay, it's fine. She seems chill with it for some reason. And you, apparently I built you, which is surprising given my repair skill is awful.
Statement. Yes, Master. You created me shortly after you and your apprentice began your war to conquer the galaxy. I was sent on an assassination mission into Mandalorian space, but I was damaged and unable to return to you. Exclamation. I find this most distressing. I could certainly have protected you from the Jedi and your pupil's betrayal had I returned.
Okay, so yeah, who are you assassinating? Anybody important? But to be honest, yes, given I was, on a ship that was being blown up by another ship, I'm not sure what one assassin droid could have done.
Objection. But I would have tried, Master. I could have killed the Jedi Bastila. I am sure of it. That would have been most fun.
Okay, HK, me and you, we can be friends, so yeah, you're not wrong, maybe a little, given she's just literally screwed up everything by sacrificing herself for no good bloody reason.
Observation. Now that is the Master I remember.
Oh, we're just talking about old times, this is lovely, so, okay, now that, you're back, and you remember stuff, presumably that means you would know where the Starforge is, right?
Answer. No, Master. You never did make me privy to any of the Starforge's secrets.
Okay, probably a good call, given, someone else could have stripped his memory or hacked him or diddly-diddly-dee, so, yes, Malak. What can you tell me about him, aside from the fact he really sucks in a fight, as I am now well aware?
Commentary. Your former pupil is efficient and brutal, even for an organic. I rather liked him when you first introduced me to him. If I had known what he would do to you, Master, I would have gladly removed his entrails right then.
You are such a good robot, so, yeah, I'm guessing given the whole evil thing, I'm rather like the Revan you knew, right?
Observation. In many ways you are, Master, yes. You have much of the beloved cruelty of the Master I knew. You seem to have forgotten much, but in some ways you seem improved from the human I once knew. It is difficult to explain, Master.
Okay, marvellous. So, I'm just, Revan Plus. This is magnificent. And, yes, any chance we can get any more information about the whole meat bag thing, now that you've got your memory back?
Answer. It was you who programmed me thus, Master. Your pupil once asked me what I thought of him, and I informed him of his meatbag status. He was unimpressed, but you found the reference humorous. You changed my programming so that I would continue to use the term. It drove your pupil to extreme lengths of frustration.
Oh my goodness, so Malik is just the original meatbag. That's marvellous.
Observation. Of course you do, Master. You did then as well.
Oh, well, this is just lovely. HK, me and you can be best friends. And Kandros is so flipping chill about the Revan thing, I can't even ask him about it, so instead he might just want to tell me another story.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once you had taken charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. You were a genius on the field. You are held in very high regard among my people. You abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others could be too fortified to strike. You made sacrifices in order to advance your goals. Such strategies had never been enough to best us before. In the end, you proved too much for us.
And now the test on Kashyyyk makes a lot more sense. I was literally verifying whether I had the same tactical abilities as I did before. Marvellous. So, yeah, just out of interest, what was your, end goal? Because you weren't going to be able to take over the whole galaxy, because even if you could conquer it, you'd just be constantly putting out fires and rebellions and whatnot.
But it was close. So close. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. the two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
And yes, indeed, I'm guessing, didn't end well for you under the circumstances.
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, you, that the Republic prevailed. Your strategies and tactics defeated the best we could send against you. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of your attacks, the tenacity of your defenses, and the subtleties of your plans. You fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Okay, so at this point, Canderous is just a fanboy. Got it. As for you, Jolie, you sly old dog, you just knew all of this all along, but you were the one person who, like, you know, didn't let it slip or give me any hints whatsoever. You're good at keeping secrets, my friends. And in fact, he's so chill about it, he doesn't even want to, you know, talk about it in any detail. So, yes, I'm guessing, though, maybe the reason you came along was actually something to do with the Revan business.
No, I never did I?
And come on, I want an answer, otherwise I'm just kicking you off the ship.
Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? Don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
I feel like Jolie's just never gonna give me a straight answer, because he's too much of a grumpy old stubborn man, and I love him for it, so that's fine. And as for Zalbar, obviously he's chill, because, yep, I rescued him, life dead, helped his people, he doesn't care, as far as he's concerned, I've proved myself to him, so that's just lovely. And actually, that's a good point. My cat girlfriend was telling me once upon a time she was 100% in love with Revan, and it turns out I am Revan, so let's go smoochy smooch.
How can you possibly be Raven? The Jedi whose troops saved me on Taris. It was Revan, leading an army out to defeat the Mandalorians. It was you. You are nothing like the one who saved me on Taris.
Okay, am I not? Because I kind of thought I was. I mean, I know I was wearing a hat at the time, but, like, you know, it's still me. It's fine. Sometimes people change. It's all great.
You are obviously not who I thought you were once upon a time. I thought you were the ideal Jedi. I thought you would never turn against us. Yet here you are.
Okay, so my plan to, yes, seduce the cat girl is not going 100% to plan, actually. Yes, I am here, so how about we just work through this and get back to the smooching?
You did turn in the end. I did not want to believe it. But now, I suppose you have a chance to redeem yourself. You can work with us. For the Republic. For the Order. We can set right what you started so long ago.
I mean, or you could join me in the dark side and we could have kinky dark side smoochers. That'd be fine too, but I feel like, yeah, she's got where I want this story to go backwards, unfortunately. This is not entirely working. Meanwhile, time for the most difficult one, which is, yeah, Carth. You're not gonna be thrilled about this, are you?
I can't hate you. I tried. I wanted to hold you responsible for all the things you've done. For my wife, for Telos, for Dustil. But I can't.
And okay, this is promising. He's not planning to shoot me, which is good, because if he tried, I'd just shoot him harder.
I got the revenge I always wanted when Saul died. But it hasn't brought me the peace that I thought it would. You have a darkness inside you that must be Revan. But there's more to you as well. I see it. I know it's there. That's why I can't hate you, why I don't want any more revenge. You don't have to be Revan. You can be so much more. Whatever the Jedi did to you, they gave you that chance. Whatever's happened up until this point, there's going to come a time very soon where you're going to have to make a choice. And there won't be any turning back.
Okay, this is... I'll admit I'm somewhat impressed he's come up with, you know, a fairly nuanced and mature take on what's happened. Well done, Carth, you've impressed me today. Right, well, everybody seems surprisingly chill and not in any way conflicted over all of this, so... Okay, time to, you know, head out into the world, and specifically, yes, I did remember. They did tell me Dantooine had kind of been exploded. Which one's Dantooine, by the way? That's Korriban, hang on. Oh, that's concerning. Possibly, Dantooine's been so exploded, we can't even go there. I thought they just meant that, like, you know, they'd gone and attacked the Jedi base, but possibly they just terraced the whole planet. So, apparently I can't go there anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. Well, there goes my plan to do a little dance in the wreckage. What can you do, eh? But, okay, while we're going shopping, yes, there's one thing I spotted when I was editing a previous part that I want to go and pick up on. Back to Tatooine nice and fast, please. Oh, hello. I was just nipping to go and visit a shop, but, okay. We've got ourselves a guy here. The Dark Lord of the Sith. Yes, that's me. That's fine. Everybody on your knees or I will zap you all with lightning. So, yep, that'd be me. Hello. Lovely to meet you. And yes, human, I know. That's why I've approached you. Okay, who are you and, like, why are you here, precisely? So, my name is Zegrom, I'm a businessman, and my partner and I deal in items of extraordinary value and power. Okay, this is good, because I'm sitting on 30 grand I've got nothing to do with. Okay, so this guy actually put a flipping tracking device on my ship, and has been keeping an eye on me. So, okay, you were captured by the Leviathan. Once we had that information, we began digging into our sources within the Sith fleet. Okay, who's this guy and where is this bloody going? So there are millions of soldiers. Yes, of course, some of them are going to be a little bit on the crooked side. So, okay, this guy represents, like, the exchange. He's got money, contacts, influence. So, yeah, the escapades created a bit of a stir. Of course, Malik tried to suppress the truth about your identity. There were more than a few summary executions. But you knew anyway. Got it. But now you know why you approaching me, precisely. Ah, so I'm guessing the Sith might represent a bit of, you know, a danger to the Exchange's criminal activities. You want them taken care of. If you sell stuff to me, I might be better at taking out Malik. Gotcha. Ah, this makes sense. Yes, I saw a comment previously that said I'd missed a shop on Korriban, but it doesn't open until now. So, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yes, okay. So, right, I'll be nipping over to Korriban in a second, but to be honest, there's a tiny bit of shopping I need to do here first. Because this random little shop here in the Circa outpost on Tatooine, he sells glue grenades. No one else seems to sell glue grenades, or if they do, they seem to be like, you know, only a tiny handful. But this grenade means once you've been hit by it, you can't move, and as I've seen myself, you can't use force powers. So if I just basically glue Malik to the ground, he can't do a thing to me, because he can't use his powers, and he doesn't have a gun, and his sword can't reach me. So basically, we're gonna be buying some glue grenades. Right, 23 odd glue grenades in hand. Life is looking good. And I suspect it's gonna look even better once I get into the Mega Elite shop, because I thought you, over in Yavin, were the Mega Elite shop, but no, you've let me down, you useless bastard. Over to Korriban we go. Hello, yes, it's me, the Dark Lord of the Sith, so, you know, crack open the special items, please. Oh, we've got a giant pile of stuff here I've not seen before, so okay. Really, really flipping powerful healing items, which might be useful if I have to, you know, use items to keep myself going. So, alright, 30 vitality points, and also a wisdom modifier. So, 30 plus my wisdom, which is, hang on, that's going to be plus 3, maybe 4, I'm not sure, and then 3 times user's skill in treat injury, which I think I've got like a little bit of, but not much. So, I mean, hardly spectacular, to be honest. Then we've got medium armor, defense 8, max dexterity plus 3. Again, not really that good, to be honest. The Bonadan alloy heavy, I'm pretty sure I've seen that before, actually. Then we have got a power suit here, so 10 plus 0 in terms of dexterity. Upgradable might get better, but nothing too spectacular, really. Stabilizer mask. Okay, medium armor, so I can't use it right now. Saves are all plus 2, which is pretty good. Immunity to mind affecting, which might give me an edge against a couple of, you know, powers, like insanity or whatever. Dominator gauntlets. Ooh. I mean, okay, for the right person who's relying on their strength to just smash stuff with a big old stick, that's pretty darn good, it must be said. I mean, I don't necessarily want this stuff, but I'll give ya, the branding is excellent. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. So, adrenaline stimulator, 18 grand, all saves +4, dexterity +2. I mean, I can't possibly say no to that. All my saves up by 4. That's amazing. And you've also got implants, constitution +4, dexterity +4. Oh, if I had the implants upgrade, that'd be sexy. Regeneration. Oh, that's good. That's really nice. Together with, honestly, do I even need these? I don't know if I need these, but you're also selling all of these things, so, I mean, they're pretty cheap. I'm going to buy all the upgrades, because for, like, 3 each, you kind of may as well, just in case, especially for guns. I mean, that's got to be it right there. Just the adrenaline stimulator. Do I need the gauntlets? That'd be too expensive. It kind of clears me out. I wouldn't mind giving that to, say, Zalbar, but I feel like I'd rather drop the money on this. Maybe, if I'm swimming in money by the end of the game, I might come and get the Dominator gauntlets, we'll have to see, but it's gotta be that. Dexterity +2, all saves +4. Because, yeah, that's normally the slot where I keep my, my stealth gear, and I think I've used that precisely once and it didn't work. So maybe I should just stop trying, especially now I'm so good at just murdering things with guns. Right, slap that on, absolutely lovely, and that gets me to dexterity 24. Oh, that's pretty darn sexy, yes. Right, and as we apparently just can't go back to Dantooine because the Sith have kind of blown it up, I guess we've got nowhere left to go but the final planet, Manaan. So, okay, the Selkath, City of Arto. I know nothing about this place. This has not been in any of the films, as far as I'm aware. If it has, I can't bloody remember it. So, okay, off to Manaan we go. And here we go. We got ourselves our usual little vision, though this time I can't discuss it with Bastila, who always likes to tell me after these things, hey, we had a vision, to which I reply, yes, Bastila, a no, because we always cocking do. And this one is, okay, this one appears to be at the bottom of the ocean. It said it was a watery planet, and apparently that's what's going on. We're at the bottom of the flipping ocean on this occasion, so, okay, that's going to be a bit harder to get to than I might have thought otherwise. So, alright, down we come. Let's see what's going on here, because this place appears to be, you know, pretty nice and clean and all hustle and bustle and whatnot, maybe even a bit prosperous. Okay, Calf, you're normally useful for this sort of business. What can you tell me about Selkath?
Manaan's a neutral world. They're the only source of Kolto, the healing fluid, and they use that to remain free from both the Republic and the Sith. That's all I can think of, at any rate.
Okay, sorry, not Selkath. Selkath are the people. Manaan's the place. So, alright, they've got themselves like a resource that's like Bacta before Bacta was Bacta. I assume this is before Bacta was invented, discovered, whatever Bacta is. Because, yeah, when Luke Skywalker's in the tube and they're healing him in the films, that tube was full of Bacta. So I'm guessing Kolto was like Bacta before it was Bacta. Regardless, yeah, they've got a precious natural resource. As a result of that, well, actually, to be honest, like, as a result of that, you'd think everybody would want it. But maybe it's so precious, no one wants to risk, you know, bombing the planet, or no one will have it at all, if it's literally the only source. So, okay, you'd think potentially, you know, a precious natural resource would make this place a war zone, not safe from both sides, but... Right, maybe we'll get a bit more of a picture down on the ground. Okay, Jahani, you're coming along as my frontliner. Question is, do I want another frontliner, or do I want to give somebody else a bit of a go? I tell you what, Jolie, you haven't really come out with me much over the past few parts, so let's go for a full Jedi team, except, like, you know, I'm the sort of person who doesn't really use a lightsaber. But I'm still a Jedi, technically. And are we stepping straight out into... Nope, no one's approached us immediately, but I'm guessing someone's about to approach and say, hey, it's going to be 50 credits to land, and I'm going to say, no, it's not, and then one of you two's going to be a dick about it. And we are all in matching uniforms. That's lovely. Though, good point. We better just very quickly get, Jolie's lightsaber up to snuff before we get ashore. Right, Sigil Crystal is never bad, and we've also got, yes, this is new, isn't it? The Solari Crystal. So, okay. Light side alignment only. Attack bonus 3. Damage bonus versus anyone on the dark side. Light side damage bonus. Okay, so that's really, really good, actually. So instead, I'll slap that on my primary duelist, Jahani. So she's getting +3 physical in general. So that's as good as it used to be. But now she gets bonus damage if we run into any, Darksiders. Good, 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 good. Okay, Jolie, let's get you sorted out here, my man. Uses at skills, don't even worry about that. And yes, you should be having powers. You should be able to spam powers like crazy. Like, here we go. Insanity. I know it's a bit dark, but you've got so many force powers, it kind of doesn't matter. And he could also move his force push up to a force whirlwind. So, okay. Lifts a character up and then does damage to them every 2 seconds. Can be saved, of course. And then charisma negates damage and immobilizing. That leads ultimately into force wave. So, an explosion around the Jedi, all enemies within 15 meters are thrown 5 meters. So, run him into the middle of trouble, and basically we can just sort of detonate. And they also take a fair whack of damage off that. So, okay, just keep adding that too, because yeah, like me, he just gets occasional double point levels. And I tell you what, buddy, how about you take Drain Life, so I'll see how good it is. Because I might be tempted towards that for myself, too, but I'd like to see it in action. So, you're potentially, going to be very useful in letting me see what's what in the world. So, just keep that keeping on. And what else do we need to get you, buddy? Well, a little toughness never hurt to anybody. Let's get you a tiny bit more health, because otherwise you're a little bit on the flimsy side there. And yes, as you've got so many flipping health points, you have heal. Because you'll be able to just spam that like crazy. On top of that, yeah, just get the wisdom at ticking up in the right direction. Lovely. Can you have a... Yes, you should be the one to use Master Valor, really, because you've got so many more force points than Jahani has. That you could have Stasis Field as well. That is... how long is that? So that is... okay, a giant group into a field, so 12 seconds. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a mass immobilization, which really works for me. But then again, yeah, I'd like you to have the Master Valor. You should be using that, not Jahani, because she just does not have the force power for that sort of thing. And we're now back to where we should be. Good. Defense only 24, but that will, of course, be very easy to boost for a Jedi. Okay, are we all ready to go? Let's see what we got here. So, alright, private docking area by the looks of it. And... whole bunch of docking platforms back to back. Alright, let's see what we got, because there's going to be someone with, customs, border control, something of that nature anyway. No, we're walking straight into an inciting incident, so... you're both actually not just wanting the planet, you're on it. And I'm guessing you can't really do anything to each other.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the Galactic Senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The Senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Okay, so, yeah, we're on the planet of neutrality, aren't we? Which is, yeah, I mean, Circa's also neutral. They're just selling to both sides, and I'm guessing this is what the Selkath are doing as well. So, yeah, there's no inherent virtue in neutrality. Alright, the Selkath could be kind of bastards if they're willing to just profit off both sides in a war, but, yeah, give me the view on the ground for what's going on right now.
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
So, yeah, why not run them off Manaan? Why not just, move in, have all the Kolto for yourself?
Yeah, there's nothing we can do, though. The Selkath want to maintain their neutrality, and they enforce it very strictly. So, we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
Okay, so, yes, Kolto, like Bacta, right?
You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
And no one dares attack because, yeah, they wouldn't necessarily be able to harvest it themselves, and this is the only source of it. Bomb the planet, you've just taken out the Kolto full stop, and both sides kinda need it. So, yeah, you're both just sort of floating around, doing your own business, and why have they never joined the Republic? Like, the Sith have only shown up a few years ago, so what were they doing before that point?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Okay, so, yeah, that explains it. No one's 100% sure where it comes from, and if anyone tries to attack, they just destroy it. They'd rather, have no Kolto at all, rather than be conquered. Gotcha.
Manaan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export Kolto, which is the only real thing they have to trade here.
Aha, so, okay, that would suggest most of their civilization is underwater, which is precisely where we need to go. But if this is, where the off-worlders are supposed to be, I'm guessing it's only supposed to be the Selkath down below. So we're going to need to make friends with the Selkath to get to the bottom of the ocean, I getcha.
If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Okay, possibly this place is really, really bloody large. Gotcha, because that was a very complicated series of instructions.
What the hell is your kind doing here? Bad enough I have to deal with all these other idiots, but now there's a stinking Cathar on this world too?
I have as much right to be here as you do, sir.
Okay, some idiots just approached us and has started, being a bit of an asshole towards my cat, possibly girlfriend. And you're going to be stopping that right now, or I am going to shoot the flip out of it. Oh, that's probably bad. Then again, hang on, he's not dressed as Republic or Sith, but it feels like this is the sort of planet you can't just shoot people in the street. Like, the Selkath really don't like it. Still, let's threaten him a bit, because you, sir, are being a dick to my cat girlfriend, and I don't approve.
Ooh, big woman. The Jedi shooting her mouth off from behind a lightsaber, or whatever you're carrying, hiding behind your pet cat there. And a woman at that. We should have exterminated all you Cathar when we had the chance.
What? What do you know about my world?
I know enough that... Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar somehow.
What? You?
Okay, this is interesting. I kind of thought we'd already had her backstory with her ex-boyfriend on Korriban. But apparently she might have a second backstory, so Okay, what's going on here, Jahani?
This doesn't concern you, Jedi trash. Now where could I have... No, he's dead, and she likely is too.
What are you talking about?
Maybe I was wrong. Still, I think a specimen like you would be a nice addition to my collection. So, what would it take, Jedi, for you to sell your pet here to me?
Okay, I definitely shouldn't ask this because it's not going to go down well with Jahani, and I am still looking to date her potentially, so she's her own person, she's not for flipping sale.
Now don't be so selfish. We both know Cathair aren't real people anyway. The females make amusing pets, but the males should be put down like the animals they are. I remember one time on Taris.
What? What did you say?
Okay, yes, you definitely, know each other. I feel like we need to murder this guy. Why are we not just murdering this guy?
What did you do on Taris, you scum?
Put one of you down like the animals you are. So easy. Then I saw one of the females on the auction block. But those darn Jedi.
It was you.
What? Me? Oh, now I recognize where I've seen that face before. You were the little Cathair I was going to purchase. But those Jedi came and stole my pet away from me.
Okay, which might actually have been me, just, behind my Revan mask at the time. So, okay, this is just a lovely reunion, apart from Jolie, who, wasn't there. So, okay, yes, you were buying slaves, and I'm not impressed, sir. If Jahani wants to merge you right now, I will be encouraging her, because she has been very goody two-shoes recently. But, if you literally tried to buy her, and maybe, killed her brother, or her dad or something, this might be just what we need to get Jahani back over to the dark side of the Force.
When I was fighting with the Mandalorians against the Cathair, I developed an appreciation for these creatures. They make excellent servants if properly trained. You Jedi act all prim and proper, but inside you must feel the same way I do about the lesser, non-human species. The Sith at least let their feelings show on the outside.
You... the homeworld.
Come now. Will you let your pet go? I'm sure we can come up with a price we both think is fair.
Okay, seriously, she is not for flipping sale. Okay? Not happening.
And I will see you dead for what you have done to my people.
Hold on a second. Don't be hasty.
No, let's flipping get him. Let's go.
Yes, we will. No. I must not fall prey to the dark side again. My lust for vengeance must be curbed.
Yes. Say no to the dark side, but I will have you yet. Ha!
No, get him. Track him down. Murder him. Jahani. Bloody hell, Jahani. We could have just bloody killed him, but... Okay, can we speak to him again? Zor. Okay, we can't murder Zor. Damn it, Jahani, we could have just killed him. Bloody hell. I was really hopeful we might be able to bring it to the dark side, but maybe we need to sort this out yet. Here we go. So, apparently he has sworn to get revenge, which wasn't really the impression I got. He seemed to be terrified and running away, because, we're Jedi, but he might just be planning to ambush me, presumably with some friends. Okay, if he does, great. We might be able to pull Jahani back to the dark side yet. Okay, we've also got a Selkath merchant right here, so let's get, his take on Arto City. So, centre of trade and commerce for all of Manaan, indeed, the entire sector. Yeah, naturally it would be, because the whole planet underneath is going to be coming here to trade externally, and everyone externally has to come here. So this is going to be a real prosperous hub. Gotcha. But yeah, he's not willing to tell me much because he's playing very diplomatically, given he just wants to sell me stuff. And to be honest, it's all real basic stuff as it turns out. Okay, on we go. But, more named people. Hello, Nubasa. So, greetings. Forgive me if this seems an odd question, but might you have an exotic species for sale? I've got so many Gizka. Do you want a Gizka? Because I have got Gizka coming out of my ears. Yeah, here we go. I've got Gizka. Would you like the Gizka? Because I'm guessing they're a bit too common for you to actually want to be buying. And small bipedal amphibians. Okay. Oh no, I'm afraid I can't take those. No, I thought it might be too much to ask for that actually they were really valuable on this world. Oh, but, actually, what if you would like to buy these Gizka from me in the end? And yes, here we go. Come on, let's have some money for the Gizka. I'd be sad to lose them, to be honest. Maybe we could just give him like 2 or something. I would actually provide 100 credits, then I'd take them off your hands. Excuse me? No, you're supposed to be paying me. I am giving you super cute, awesome Gizka. So, here we go. So, do it for free. Or, how about you give me? Yeah, I'm giving you creatures. Alright. And give it a week, they're going to be loads more creatures. You could be eating these things for the rest of time. Come on, normal persuade. And, darn. Not going to fly. Well, I'm not paying you for them, but to be honest, I'd be a bit sad to lose them, really. But at least you know I'm not poisoning them, so... okay, they'll be going to a good home. It's fine. And that gets me 500 XP as well, so... okay, the Gizka quest has been taken care of. I'm gonna miss the Gizka, you know. That's a bit sad. I probably would have actually, you know, just backed out of that conversation if I could have done. So, okay, that's docking bay. Someone else's docking bay. Okay, so... whose docking bay is this? Ah, this would appear to be a Sith docking bay. Ooh, fancy. This ship isn't just, you know, floating there, it's actually taking off and whatnot. So, okay. Can't get onto their actual platform, but there's just a thing here. Not sure if this is going to be used for something more important down the line. We'll see. And check the other one at the end, because, yeah, the map was indicating there was a third platform in this direction. So may as well see who's chilling out over here. And, okay, this one appears to be locked. Any chance we can get it open? Impossible. It's definitely locked, right? Yep, that is Private Sith Docking Bay. Well, it said impossible, which is normally a bad sign, but I'll slap on my my interface visor anyway, and give it a go. Come on, give it a go. No, that's impossible. Fine, there's going to be some form of important mission thing happening there later. Right, in which case, that's the, the dock sorted out. Time to head into the city proper, and by the sounds of it, we might be able to continue our little shopping trip here, because if this is a hub of trade between an entire planet and the rest of the galaxy, this place should be swimming in merchants. Okay, visitors area in this direction, and we've got ourselves, you look important, you're wearing special colourful armour. So, Jolan Effects. Hello over there. So, who are you, my friend? Because you're wearing special armour to draw the eye. You're important for some reason. And Jolan, travelling. Yes, Pazark. Always start off a planet with a game of Pazark. Oh, he wants to put 200 on the line. This is getting high stakes. Yep, screw it. Let's make it happen. This deck has traditionally done me pretty solidly. So, let's see how he's going to do. I'm 100% safe for the time being. I'm still safe. I've got a bit of a bad hand. To be honest, that's a 19. I'll stand at 19 and darn it. He wins a set, but that's fine. Because, you know what? That's okay. He's down a card. I'm not. I'm still 100% safe for the time being. 13. Bit awkward. I still can't get a 20. And again, 19 is kind of awkward. If he's got... well, this is going very badly. This is just not the best hand, because I've got, like, no +1s or anything. And I'll go for an artificial 20. See if I can at least pull a game back. And if we're lucky, 19. Okay, he busts. We're dragging it back. We've still got a card up on him. And I do not have a 4, 5, and a 6. I've got some variety going on. If we can pull this back, it'll be one hell of a comeback. Alright, come on. Go bust. 8. 18. Holding at 18. Okay. Well, I can force a 19 right now. There we go. We're pulling it back. We're pulling it back. Stand at 19. I win. Okay, come on. It's all down to this. Last game. Last game. 17. Oh, that's... It's not great. That's really not great. I've got to play again, because anything short of, a 10, I can salvage. Because, yeah, if it's a 10, it's a 27, then I'm at 21. 26 or below, I can salvage. So, there's a whole bunch of numbers that could work. 12, not 10! That's not ideal. The best bet is to go for -6 and stand at 19. It's a gamble, but that's where we are. It all comes down to his luck at this point, and... What's he gonna do? He goes bust! Okay, we came back from 2-0 down. He wasn't wrong, that was closer than expected. Okay, that's fine. Got myself some money for my trouble. That's just absolutely lovely. On we flipping go. Okay, that was a good close game right there. Right, onwards, keep on keeping on. And sooner or later we're going to be running into... hello, you're an official. Is this where you start shaking me down for landing fees by any chance? And okay, here we go. If this planet's going to take things very seriously about us following the laws and neutrality, just, maybe fill me in on what the laws are. So, no Kolto smuggling. If you're carrying unprocessed Kolto, you better have a permit for it. And also, keep the peace. So you can insult each other and bait each other, as the Sith are doing, but you can't do violence. Here we go. Here's the docking fee. Nope. No, you don't. I don't need to do that, and obviously the Jedi are being dicks about it, but I kinda don't care, so it's all fine. So, I can now come and go, as I please, marvellous, into Arto City itself. Lovely. So, who's got a name, who's got a quest, who's got anything to say to me? Just random travellers and whatnot, and also, where's the shopping area? There's East Central. Alright, you're just, a Selkath. Alright, everyone's being lovely and friendly for the time being. More Selkath, nobody of any importance as far as I can tell. And Sith soldiers who are just wandering around in uniform because they can't do anything, but nobody can do anything to them either. Kolto Distribution Center. That sounds a lot like, say, a med lab. Is that a med lab? That vaguely sounds like a med lab, but it could also be like, just a depot. Like where people pick stuff up to put on their ships. Here we go. Yeah, it's not a med bay, it's just where the goods are handed out, or rather, sold. This is where money changes hands. But you can't sell me anything without a purchase permit. So, need a permit to get my own Kolto. So, okay, might be able to mess up the Kolto trade for everybody, potentially down the line. That might be fun. Where do I get a purchase permit if I want to, get involved in the trading for some reason? And you don't get one, they're brokered between intergalactic governments. Okay, so maybe this is a bit bigger than just me and my little ship. And then we've just got the east and west courtyard. So let's start with the east as we passed it first. That'll do as a starting point. And oh, we've got ourselves a confrontation. Right, so is this going to end badly, or same as we saw before, insulting each other, but no violence, or rather could we, maybe we could cause violence to occur, with the right, say, escalation, or a bit of a force persuade.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Okay, just, being dicks to each other. No one's actually starting a fight. Not yet. Anyway, so, aha! Here we go. Store you'll flippin' do. And... okay, someone else is dealing with the business first. And... the shops are changing their prices depending on who they're selling to. Not everyone's 100% neutral. Okay, so if anybody asks, I am not the Dark Lord of the Sith, or at least in front of this guy. In front of this guy, instead, I'm a Republic Jedi, so I'll be taking a nice discount, actually, Tyvark. And what do you have, good sir? Looks pretty basic, to be honest. General stores are generally not spectacular. Both a needler, that is... okay, it's like the Sith Assassin pistol, but a bit weaker, so we're not going to be needing any of that. Another Arcanian pistol. That was pretty good back in the day, but not the best, and there's the heavy. Yeah, this was a good weapon back when we first got it. That was great. So actually, you've got a pretty good selection, my good man. 6 to 13 on a rifle is not terrible, but sadly not upgradable, so probably not going to do the job. Keep on keeping on here. Oh, now a hello, sexy. Combat sensor. For 6 grand... Dexterity +2. My current eyes only give me Dexterity +1 and also a bit of, I think, sonic resistance. So, okay. I also gain Weapon-Focused Blaster Rifle, which is not terrible. That's pretty good. Anything else that we've got, you know, that's usable potentially? Constitution +3 on the older implants. Don't really need that. And, ooh. Okay. One battle stimulant that I'm pretty sure is better than anything else I've seen before. So... okay, health, attack, damage for 2 minutes, and does that affect anything, or is it just swords? I mean, for 200, screw it, I'll be having it anyway, and that's the end of your lot. Okay, so I will be having that there combat sensor. We finally managed to find a way to spend all this bloody money, love it. Though importantly, do I think it looks good? Because that can be a very big part of the equation. Oh, it's one of those ones that just sits on the edge of my face, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't want people seeing my blatantly evil face. It'll give them the wrong idea. They'll think I'm evil, which I kind of am, but like, you know, not 100% of the time. And that gets me to Dexterity 25. Okay, so I need an extra point of Dexterity to get me up to +8 by default, but I'm still gaining, yeah, +23 at +25. That's a pretty good, you know, chance to hit. I should be smashing people pretty damn reliably, which is lovely. Meanwhile, over in this direction, we get ourselves at East Courtyard. Okay, they were not kidding. This place is flipping massive. We've also got a visitor's hotel elsewhere at the bottom of this here corridor, and you've got a name, my good friend.
Sorry, buddy, but the hotel is closed. Ever since the murder, the Selkath have made me keep this place locked up tight. Only the Selkath authorities, and those authorized by them, are allowed in.
Ooh, a murder mystery, you say? Any chance I can... oh, bloody hell, I seriously look very evil. I need a better mask to keep myself, you know, not looking so evil, because I look very evil right now. I am charismatic and persuasive, though, so any chance I could get you to just let me in anyway?
Ha! They sent me a list of people to let in, and they're all Selkath. Somehow, you just don't look like one.
Okay, but you want to let me in, don't you?
Sorry, mate, but it's Selkath authorities only since the murder. You're gonna have to go someplace else to stay.
Wow, I just failed a force persuade. I didn't even know that could happen given I maxed it out, but, okay, could you at least tell me, like, you know, who died?
This old Republic war hero by the name of Sunry was seeing this Sith woman here, Alasa. Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blaster went off in one of the rooms. Sunry got seen leaving the place, and the Sith woman was dead on the floor. But not everyone thinks this Sunry did it, so the Selkath are holding him in prison while the case gets sorted out. In the meantime, they closed down my hotel. But enough about my problems. You can't stay here while the investigation is on. You'll have to find someplace else to stay. Sorry.
Okay, Sunry, that was Jolie's friend. This came up when I took him out for a walk just to see if anyone showed up, and somebody did. So, Jolie, this is actually why we're here with you, as it turns out. Sorry, I'd forgotten about this. But, yes, Sunry, what's going on here, and how certain are you he didn't do it?
What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. A man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too, or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. I don't expect much these days.
Jolie's such a star, I love him so much. Everyone else is like, oh, please, we have to go and help my sister who has shown up on this boat, or my mother, I must resolve the emotional trauma with my mother. Jolie's like, well, you know, I've got this old friend who we could help out, but if you don't want to, I understand you've got more important things to do. Just an old man, I've got my own business, I don't really care that much. Jolie's a star, I love Jolie. Still over here, we got ourselves a Republic Embassy. That'll do the job right there, because I'm technically working for the Republic for now. Hello, you're the ambassador, aren't you?
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
Okay, so that's kind of me, in a way, and yes, Jedi Council, you should be willing to offer me assistance with getting access to Under the Sea.
Oh, of course I'll do whatever I can, but I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
Okay, so he's already admitting ahead of time he's bloody useless, marvellous, so yeah, gonna be needing a star map, though I feel like it would be easy just to say, how do I get under the water? Because I know it's there.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manaan?
Oh, he sounds like he might know something at least.
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Okay, fair enough. What do you want me to do, though, then again? To be honest, I'd rather just know. Yeah, screw it. You just want to tell me, friend.
Don't think you can manipulate me, Jedi. The Republic Diplomatic Corps has to deal with the Sith all the time, so we're very resistant to mental influence. Your only real choice is to help me so I can help you.
Okay, a lot of people here are very used to dealing with, you know, people with force powers. They're all well bloody trained. Alright, buddy, what do you need doing?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Okay, but like, why? What's so important? Because I'm guessing whatever's on that droid, you weren't supposed to be taking whatever readings you were taking.
It's intelligence information about Sith activities on Manaan, as well as some oceanographic reports on the local marine life.
No, I don't buy that. If that was true, why are you willing to send a Jedi on a mission to get it back?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith Embassy here on Manaan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
Okay, that has got to be, like, super illegal, right? Or rather, like, our embassies... Embassies are traditionally deemed to be, you know, part of the territory of the country whose embassy it is, so... If I, as a Republic citizen, go into the Sith Embassy and start shooting up the place, then, well, I've done a war crime from the Republic towards the Sith, but then the Sith are blowing up Republic world, so... I guess it hardly really matters, actually. Sure, go on, point me in the right direction.
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Okay, that sounds pretty good, potentially. I'm good at manipulating people and whatnot, but let's hear all the options first.
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Oh, that's definitely not for me then. Okay, any more options?
The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
Well, we may as well try interrogating, given I've got plenty of persuade, decent enough charisma, and, force powers.
Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Alright, so help out the Republic, they might be able to help out me. So, where's this prisoner? Ah, here we go. Got ourselves a prisoner and an intelligence officer.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet.
Okay, are you 100% sure he's not just, a random nobody, and you're not just torturing someone for no reason, and he's not just telling the truth, but... Okay, what was he actually doing that aroused suspicion?
We're not sure exactly. If you can convince him to talk, we should be able to find that all out.
Okay, and yeah, what's been done to him already?
The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now?
Okay, so don't bother with force persuade, just zap him with lightning.
Well, the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion. We have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while.
Okay, so Tila in particular, that's got to be a weak spot.
What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch.
Okay, is this the same as, the Mandalorian we were interrogating over on Korriban?
Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback.
Okay, I'm guessing he starts building up immunity.
It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then?
Okay, this sounds fun. Let's give this a go.
Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
Okay, so do we want to start over? No, let's just interrogate him for now. No need to neutralize him or anything.
What do you want?
Okay, so we could start off by playing, nice, good cop.
You're not. You lies. You work for the Republic.
Oh, barely. And yeah, force persuade's not going to work. So we're the only ones who'll take you in now. Yeah, you go back to the Sith. They are gonna flipping kill you because the Sith do not put up with failure particularly lightly. You've been captured. You're screwed.
The Sith will never trust you again, spy. We're the only place you have left. Tell us what we want to know.
But they wouldn't, would they?
Okay, my persuasion, my charisma, it's starting to work, so... Alright, how about we make it worth your while? Not only do you not die, you can have some money.
Ha! Worth my while. The Sith don't pay very well. but they'd kill me.
Well, they're gonna kill you anyway, you stupid bastard. And also, should have mentioned this earlier, but I will zap you with lightning.
Please, please don't hurt me.
Okay, well that all seems to be working pretty well so far.
What do you want?
And, yes. Okay, let's talk about your wife. That's probably a good starting point.
Tila. How did you find out about her?
And, okay, we already have her. She could be spared if you talk or something may happen to her. We could make life easy for both of you here in the Republic. Yeah, we could set you up with a nice house, a puppy. It's going to be lovely.
No, never.
Damn, he blanked out.
Okay, so we need to start over. But that was going pretty well for the most part. Okay, something's going on here in the background. If I ask him too many questions, he blanks out and we have to start over. So it must be something to do with passing a certain number of checks. There must be a value going on in the background, but I don't know what it is. So what can happen is I can go through the entirety of number 1, pass all of these. They don't seem to be too difficult, to be honest, and when we've done that, we can carry on. So he can go through all them, succeed all them, and we can move on to the next thing. So let's try doing that with all of them and see if any of them work. Like, maybe it's by type, or I'm really not sure.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
Oh, okay, hang on.
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm not 100% sure how I solved that puzzle, but I did. It's just some combination of answers got him to give me the thing without shutting down. So there must have been something going on in the background, but I may have missed a clue from the intelligence officer. Oh, but hello. They want me to go into the Sith base, but you've got a restricted area, just like What's-His-Face did back on Taris, so I'm guessing we might be able to, you know, swap sides. Maybe go and help out the Sith, storm the Republic Embassy, murder everybody. Now that could be fun. Oh, and hello. There's a name I recognise from a long time ago. Hulas. All the way back on Kuraban. Yeah, I was, you know, given a secret message by some guy who bumped into me, and he said, hey, go and speak to Hulas alone, or rather he dropped a thing saying go and speak to Hulas alone. So, okay, here we are, down on Manaan. It's lovely, but guys, I might need you to naff off, actually, because screw all this Jedi and Sith business. Instead, I might have a secret meeting I can only do alone, because they did say come alone or don't come at all. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, next time we're going to be kicking off with speaking to this here Hulas and seeing what he's got for me, because yeah, he kind of, you know, had a nice badass secret covert introduction. So alright, exciting stuff to come very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Knights of the Old Republic. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Wait, and flamethrower! 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 Okay, so this is definitely morally questionable. The point where you start singing the flamethrower song, potentially you've gone over the line.